And just like that, it's time for our weekly roundup of all the things Lady just ain't gonna do this week. Number 1, palling around with pedophiles and then practicing your pimpin', but failing miserably. Well, y'all, we now know what the deal was with the recently announced and seemingly out the damn blue divorce announcement from Bill and Melinda Gates. Bill Gates was not only out here trying out his pimp game and failing miserably, but he was also out here hanging out with the likes of none other than Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted sex trafficker of underage girls, but also a pedophile, because he too was sexually assaulting underage girls. Word out on the street is that Mr. Gates was allegedly propositioning women he worked with and failing miserably. Now, I don't know what's worse, child. Hanging out with pedophiles and calling their lifestyles fascinating, or trying out your pimp game while married and catching not nothing, or, and especially, trying out your pimp game at work with people you have power over. Lifestyles of the rich and famous, y'all. Look, I couldn't possibly know all the details, but neither are you, as we are merely lowly peasants. But suffice it to say, stay away from this kind of behavior. It don't serve you, honey. Next thing Lady just ain't gonna do this week, when mediocrity goes too damn far. Now, in this week's news, the incredibly mediocre and milquetoast University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, denied tenure to THEE Nicole Hannah Jones, groundbreaking visionary of the 1619 Project, which has become the target of unseasoned ire of the no plan, no proposal, ain't no way conservative movement. This is a highly unusual move, except that it's just watching whiteness work. Guaranteed, some white man told these trustees he would disappear some kind of endowment if they gave her the tenure she earned. And it surprises almost no one to say that the Board of Trustees capitulated and therefore ain't shit. Despite the fact that Nicole Hannah Jones has earned a Pulitzer Prize, a MacArthur Genius Fellowship, and many other distinguished awards for her work, let's also be clear that this is bigger than her, and it's a part of a large-scale assault on critical race studies, perhaps the only tangible thing on the no plan, no proposal, no solution conservative agenda, besides, of course, keeping trans people out of bathrooms and without health care. When these clowns have no policy proposals, they certainly invest in the culture wars. And this is a part of that assault. Fuck these people, man. But also, watch how they move. Other things Lady just ain't gonna do this week is overstate what legislation actually does, especially when you negotiate away the only good shit that existed in the bill in the first place. Now look, some of my homies gonna be mad at me for this, but I'm gonna say it anyway because that's just how I roll. We are on the losing team with Congressman Jim Clyburn as the majority whip. He spends more time telling people what they need to be doing than actually doing it. What am I talking about, you ask? Well, I'm talking about the Justice and Policing Act, which is already a misnomer, in which the best thing about it was a move to end qualified immunity for police officers. What is qualified immunity, you ask? Well, qualified immunity is the law established in 1967 by the Supreme Court that shields police officers and other state and local government officials from being personally liable if they do some fucked up shit while performing their role, unless they violate statutory rights or constitutional rights. But of course, that can be incredibly vague and hard to prove, which is but one, not the only, but one way that police get away with a lot of bullshit, because they know they will not be held accountable. So, anyways, this bill would have eliminated qualified immunity, kind of, sorta, but it also would have given more money to police to study themselves, which is kind of like having the fox guard the hen house. I haven't been popping off about this bill because the qualified immunity piece was important, even though I don't like the rest of the pieces for the most part. Well, friends, a few weeks ago, it became clear that Senate Republicans were not going to do a goddamn thing to move this bill forward. But here's my point. We've been knowing that. Since when do these do-nothing, no plan, no proposal, ain't shit motherfuckers actually show up to make life better for anyone else but the Elon Musks of the world. But as legislators who want to do something, with a political landscape like this, where Democrats have a tiebreaker majority in the Vice President of the United motherfucking States, in the era of Black Lives Matter, how on motherfucking earth do you waste an opportunity to go on the offensive and fight like fucking hell to do something? We are being hunted. But also, my loves, why is Clyburn always out here with the least to offer us, as powerful as we are? First, we got Joe Biden. Now he's trying to give us this symbolic ass bill by indicating that he is fully prepared to negotiate away qualified immunity. Bruh, what the fuck? And don't you dare come over here talking about, well, passing laws is about compromise. Let me tell y'all something. The way these Republicans hemmed up any progress whatsoever for the better part of 15 years should have gave us some kind of clue about what the fuck we needed to be doing when we had some power. Don't start none, won't be none. And let me say this, we ain't starting shit, and that's just damn embarrassing. We are being hunted, and y'all out here selling bullets and guns, honey. Anywho, here's what we want more of this week. Lady loves this new season of Pose, and I don't know about y'all, but I am loving the new and the last season. Actually, I'm really, really sad that they couldn't get it together enough to give Miss Mock and the rest of their team the respect they deserve and just get out the fucking way. And the rest of us are going to suffer from that because there ain't going to be no more Pose. This season is all about touching the right themes, facing your own mortality, the devastating impacts of discrimination and inclusion, what's possible when our houses of worship embrace us all rather than use their doctrine to tell us our humanity is wrong, addiction, and showing up for your people. It's all of it, and Lady is here for it. Watch the show, y'all. Word out on the street is that Alameda County District Attorney Nancy O'Malley, oh yeah, the one who opposed an In-N-Out in Alameda because she was concerned about the elements it would bring, aka Black people, the one who tried to put yours truly in jail for peacefully protesting at a BART station, the one who refuses to bring charges against Officer Tony Peroni, the man who called Oscar Grant a bitch-ass nigger before choking him out, doing the same move that Derek Chauvin did on George Floyd, the one who in 12 years has only prosecuted one officer for misconduct, and truth be told, it was her predecessor who did it. She merely carried it forward. Well, she has announced that she will not be running for re-election. Now, Lady likes this because it creates the possibility that we could actually get someone in that seat that has a real interest in justice. But also Lady likes this because it's likely that this announcement had something to do with the fact that the Grant family and the Oscar Grant Coalition threatened her seat with a recall. We love to see it. Oakland should be a leader when it comes to transforming policing. And with Nancy O'Malley in that district attorney seat, ain't a chance in hell of that. So, bye, Nancy. Other things Lady loves this week is that Lady has a new YouTube channel that she wants you to check out. And I do mean check it out, honey. Lady has been grinding on new content to upload. So in the meantime, make sure you're all caught up. Go to YouTube and search my name, press that subscribe button, and let the good times roll.